Cheers, everyone. Happy Monday. Look at me. I look like a mess here. Got my hair all messed up, wearing my PJs. All right, let's get this week started, everyone. My name is Brendan. Welcome to my stream. Each weekday morning, I'm going to be drinking some coffee and playing some chess. Today, I've got a little bit of, I guess you want to call it Monday motivation. We're going to talk about what your why is, why you're doing the things that you're doing. We'll move into some chess puzzles, the product of the day, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to play the English chess opening for you and kind of explain what it is. I've played a couple games with it, and I kind of like it. Full disclosure, I'm not a master or an international master or anything like that. I am a digital marketer by day, and I just enjoy playing chess. I'm only, what am I, like 700 rated as a chess player, so I'm still a beginner. So take what I say about the English chess opening with a grain of salt. But, I'm doing this live stream so I can play some chess in the morning, get my day started, and if you want to join along, I would love to have you. What I want to do here in the mornings is, essentially get my day started, drink some coffee, but normally what I would do is have a subscriber play against me in chess at the end of the stream and talk about some of the marketing news of the day, some motivational stuff, talk about what I'm working on each week, and we'll get a little community started for digital marketers. My regular content is going to be marketing content, how-tos, different software, CRMs, website building, social media marketing, that sort of stuff. I'll probably take some courses and rate those. I'll do some product reviews on my normal content, but weekday mornings, join us for some chess and coffee. All right, let's get stuck in here. So what is your why? I was thinking about that over the weekend. I've done 1 week. This is my 6th episode of this. I've done 1 week of live streaming, and it's been a good learning opportunity. And I think that I understand just hearing myself. Have you ever done that where you record yourself and you sound entirely different than the way you think you sound? That's kind of what I learned over the last week. But regardless, I'm going to get 1% better each and every day. I understand that public speaking and speaking in front of a camera is not a strength of mine. However, it's something that I would like to work on. And I kind of talked about last week. I was having some audio issues. I'm hoping that is resolved this week. I got some new hardware, and I'm eventually going to do some some videos on my setup I have here. But what is my why? What I want to do is build a community, and I also want to improve myself. So, I've been doing marketing and e-commerce marketing for quite some time, and I want to become more well-rounded. And what I wanted to do was, try something new and kind of step out of my comfort zone a little bit and try this live stream. So, if you're kind of in the same boat, I think that you're at the right place. The next video that I'm going to do for my regular content is going to be how to build a WordPress website and build a essentially, how would you describe it? Mine is brendansteele.net. You can see it right there on the bottom. If you go to it, I'm going to walk you through how to build that site on WordPress, and and Elementor. I like Elementor as kind of a theme building tool. And then also, how to build your own professional website and using all the different tools that would be required to build that site. So it's that's going to be my next thing here. I've been using that site right there quite a bit lately to post these live streams, and I think that really is my why, to get myself out of this comfort zone, to expand my knowledge and to learn new things, and to be able to market myself as more than just an e-commerce marketing consultant, and be more of a well-rounded digital marketer to grow professionally and be one day a director of marketing for a business or a marketing agency. So yeah, that's my why. Getting outside my comfort zone. What is your why? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going, and I look forward to hearing from you. So let's start with some chess puzzles and get warmed up for the day. Also, what I'm thinking too is, I want to get into some of these better habits, and I think that's going to be a Monday motivation that I do maybe next week, improving your daily habits. And I think one of those things that I'm going to do is get back into working out in the mornings. So before I do this live stream, I think I'm going to start working out, and maybe I will do like a workout video before this video and do a little live stream so you can follow along with me there as well. So let me know if that's a good idea for you all. All right, so what I want to do is go full screen with my face here. So what I wanted to do was first do some puzzles. Over the weekend, where's my stats here? So over the weekend, I played a game, won that game with the English opening, and I went up a few points here from 773 to 786. So that was cool. And then I also improved where is puzzles? My puzzles rating. So started at 400 less than a month ago, and now I'm up to, what am I up to? 1044. So highest rated was 1100. I'm going to get back up there here shortly. But yeah, it's been good. Constantly improving, getting 1% better each and every day. And pretty cool. All right, so let's get into some of these puzzles. Here's the opening explorer. Where are my puzzles? Play. I'm on chess.com. My profile is Steele Chess. So send me a request, and we'll play a game together. Puzzles, here it is. Drink some coffee here. All right, let's see. Puzzles. All right, The idea is to solve these as quickly as possible. That gives you the most points. Here, what am I going to do here? Oh, this queen is going to take me right there unless I do something about it. What am I going to do about it? Let's see. Do I do here? Do I take the queen? Takes? Then what? Sure what that accomplishes. This is a tough one. Wonder what the rating is for this puzzle. So each puzzle has a rating, and some are harder, some are easier, and I'm quite sure what the answer to this one is. Let's see. And the idea is I want to make these kind of puzzles interactive, so if you've got any comments below, let me know. I've got them up right here and I can read them, so let me know if you've got any comments here. I'm not sure what the answer is here. So if I take, yeah, good. I go here, what's that going to accomplish? I go, it'll take, gonna really help me because I pick up a queen. What? Do go here. Can't really go in any of those directions. Oh, and I've also been having some audio issues as I open up my chess.com account here. And in this section of the videos, it's been getting a little cracky and fuzzy, and you'd only hear every other word in my last week's videos. I'm hoping I solved that over the weekend. I'll show you how I fixed that in coming videos. But geez, I'm not able to answer this. So yeah, so I'm a 1044 in puzzles. So you want to kind of understand that's not that highly rated. So I'm not a guru by any means on these things. So, you know, if you have any answers here, let me know. Hint. So I'm guessing, not guessing, but looks like I need to move this. But I feel like if I take just him taking, and then what do I accomplish from that? I'm thinking that it's somewhere else, like here maybe? Takes, takes. I think that's the end. No? Like, what does that account? I don't understand. Um, do I? Oh, what do I do? Oh, here? Oh, okay. So I just had to kind of think that through and say, all right, so so in that case, I gained, so I traded off the queen, and then I gained a bishop. So I guess that's the answer. So you just kind of win material. That puzzle was a 719 rating, so I probably should have got that one. Puzzle. All right. So I am white. I'm going this direction, and I can tell that I'm going that direction because A1, so white starts on A1, and then black starts on H8 on the bottom left. So that's how I know I'm going in that direction. All right, so option one would be to take, and then take. What does that accomplish? Then that would be a draw, right? Isn't that a draw? Unless, and then at that point it'd be a race to get that pawn. I don't know if I would win. So I think I push, would be option 2, would be to push. And then he goes there, and I go here. Or do I go here? He goes here. I go here. He can't go here. Go here. All right, let me draw that out. Get rid of him. So if I go here, he'll go here. I go here. He goes, can't go there, so he goes try and hit me. Or would he push? Still need to figure out these buttons. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so all right, that's different than what I would have thought. He's going that way, and I go here. Yeah, because now I'm go. Boom. All right. That was 571. Okay. Got that one right. 1 for 2. White to move. So he just moved here. Going right here. What can I do? Can I check the queen or the king? Put a check right there. At which point he would need to take or over. Is that the answer? Then what I would do after that is do after I don't know if that's the answer. What about as an option? Taking with the pawn, going there, and then going here. Then I go right here. And then does he have anything that he could do? Then he would go that. So I got a pawn and a bishop, and he's got a pawn and a bishop. That's a tie. And then if he goes there, then I take here, and I am up material. Is that the answer? I think so. Let's try. Yeah. All right. So now, all right. So the order was a little bit different. So he's putting pressure on the rook. So I'm going to take now with the queen because nothing hit me, right? All right. So now, okay. So I had the right answer, just the wrong move order, but that's okay. All right, let's do one more, and then I want to talk about the English opening after our product of the day and sponsor of the day. Black to move. So if I take the queen, push pressure on the, or checks the king, then takes with the rook, and then takes that pawn, then he takes. All right, so here, let me draw this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm down a rook. That's not good. So, do I, all right, so, okay, here's an interesting idea. So, he can't move the queen, because if he moves the queen, then my queen is taking, so that means he's pinned, that queen is pinned. So I take the, oh, and then that, oh, that's not right. I go like this, check, and then, dang it, I should have had that one. I should have had that one. I saw it, and I got too confident. Should have got it. All right, I want to end on a good note here, so let me do this one more. These puzzles are addicting. I can't lie there. Okay, so what do I do here? Coffee here. What do I do here? I got no, no, no. Do I go like that? I feel like I gotta either put the king in check or my rook's gonna go down. So what do I do here? Do I go like this? And then, yeah, that's the answer. Figured it out. All right, all done. That's the right answer because the pawn is protecting the rook when he goes, and then the king can't go here because the queen is taking that one. Checkmate. Cool. All right, so what did I end up at? 1040. Started at 1040 something, so I went down just a little bit, but no worries. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to talk about the English opening. So this is one that I've just kind of discovered. I was watching some other YouTube videos on, how to play it, and one of the reasons why I like it is because it's the mainstream openings are going to be here. Let me see if I can. Oh. So, and then the other thing too here is I'm on chess.com, and what's neat about it is they have this big, huge database full of chess openings, and if you hover over, it kind of shows you the, in response to this English opening, which is moving to c4, your pawn. Normally, when I do this, how do I get out of it? So I want to go backwards. Okay, there we go. So the mainstream openings for white are going to be these two. I'm going to draw for some reason. All right. All right, let me get out of this. Let me try this again. Opening. D4. So, 1 second here. Sorry, I was openings. Goes here. So E4. So E4 and so on your. So I have the iPhone app for this, and it's a little bit different. You can just kind of move it to where you want it to go. Go here. Can I go? Not sure why that's not letting me change it, but basically D4 and E4 are the two kind of mainstream chess, openings for white. And then C4 is unique in the sense that it's not the mainstream one. Usually what you're doing is you're fighting for the center for the opening. And that's kind of where the battle usually takes place in the opening, the beginning part of the game. And the reason why I like the English opening is people that are at my skill level don't really study what to do there. So it kind of throws them off guard when they're defending that and they're like, oh, what do I do here? That's kind of strange. And the nice thing too is that there's, these D4 and E4 openings. There's a lot of what they call theory, which I haven't really spent a lot of time studying yet, but there is a lot of theory where there's moves and like set moves that are designated as like the best moves that you can kind of study, and there's like move orders, and With this English opening, there's a little bit less of that. It's kind of either you know it or you don't kind of thing. And I think I like that about it because I don't think I want to spend a whole heck of a lot of time studying this theory in order to get, my rating up and winning some games against some lower rated people. So I think, that makes sense to me. But again, I'm a 700 rated chess player, so don't take any of this stuff too seriously that I'm saying. I'm not an instructor, not a teacher, but I'm just kind of showing you what I've learned over my first few weeks and months of playing chess. So let me go back to my openings. They learn openings. All right, so let's go to the English opening, which is at the bottom. English opening. You can see there's a ton of openings, and chess.com does a really good job of giving you a lot of these ideas. So this is kind of the most, so they basically what they do is tell you, so there's 400,000 games that they have in this database, and it tells you each one of these moves, what percentage of the time white wins. So 41% of the time white wins, 32% of the time it's a tie or a draw, 25% of the time black wins. When black goes like this. And you can see 38% of the time when they go to the center, E6, C6. So these are all the different responses to the English opening that black had based on this database. So it's kind of cool. You can study this, what they're calling theory, and get better and understand each opening. All right, so let's just take one of these. What I see just in my games, that E5 was the most popular, just because, okay. All right, there we go. So that E5 was the most popular just because they're like, okay, well, if you're gonna do that, move your pawn to C4 on the first move, I'm gonna take the center. Is basically their thought process. So that tends to be the most common move at my rating level that I'm playing against. So we're going to start with that one. And based on what I've kind of learned from here, so I do the most common move. So you can see these are the number of games right here that have this move. So how do I click on that? Yep. So that's the one that I usually do, just because I know that's from the master games that I've played, that's the most common response. So good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So then what happens? Usually what happens is if they move right here, which is D5, where is that? 5, right? So that's not that common. So if they go right here, then I usually just take, which has happened to me a few times. And then what else is there? So if they move their knight, then I would also do my knight, and then they would their other knight. So that's like the what they call the four knights. Yep. So yep, four knights variation. That's a pretty common occurrence here. And let's see here. So what they're saying here, the most common move that the master games play is G3, which is, oops, go back here, is G3. Yep, so basically fianchetto just means that, and the king side fianchetto, meaning like on this side, so this is the king side, this is the queen side. Fianchettoing means moving your pawn forward, creating a space for your bishop to move here, and then putting them on what they call the long diagonal, which is this long diagonal right there. That makes your bishop very, what they call, powerful, and it's a good place for it to be in this English opening setup, is what they say. I don't know. So what they're telling us is the most common response to that is going to be moving the pawn up, and then at which point I usually take. Whenever they move this one up, that's usually my sign. All right, go ahead and start taking things. So I usually take it, the knight will take, and then one option would be to capture the knight there, but then you let the queen move forward, and usually, just because you're able to capture that knight doesn't mean that you necessarily should, because if they capture, then you've got two options here to take. At which point, what I would suggest, so let's pretend, let's get rid of this. So let's say you move this one. So that's kind of opening up the queen there. And if you take here, he's going to come down and slide down, and then you're going to take there. So it's kind of like a trade there. So usually what they tell you to do is, so let's say we go here. Usually what they tell you to do is to capture towards the center. So you've got two options here, this way or this way. They usually tell you to do, oh, that's how you do it. What they usually tell you to do is to capture towards the center. And then, so if you do that, you've got that pawn blocking your queen. That's going to prevent the queen from kind of going crazy and going into your back end there. So that's about as far as I want to go for this English opening. This is pretty common for me when I've played a few of these English opening games, because it's pretty natural for the opponent to just bring out your knights and put two pawns in the center. And that's essentially what this English opening 4 knights kingside fianchetto variation is. At this point, I would probably go like this, bishop to g2. Yep, that's what I do. So that's a pretty common setup for me right here, is looking like this. And let's see, what do they do here? It's kind of fun to just kind of look through everything that they tell you to do for the entire game, what the master games play. So that's kind of one of those common ones. And then that's kind of preventing being taken there before. Interesting. Yep, so that's the Openings Explorer. Pretty cool. Check it out on chess.com. Join me on Steele Mate Chess. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's the English opening. I've been playing it a little bit in my games online, and learning it, and I think it's kind of an interesting opening. Different than some of the mainstream ones, which I kind of like that it's a little bit different. Anyway, so I got a sponsor of the day and a product of the day. So sponsor of the day is Buy Things in Bulk. Drink some coffee there. So from left to right, regular items, bulk items, case pack, pallet pack, container packed. What they do a really good job of on their website is explaining the per piece difference between all 5 or 6 of those options. You can buy things in the regular retail, like if you just buy 1 pair of sunglasses, they're going to charge you full price on Amazon for it. But if you buy, say, 3 pairs or 10 pairs or 1,000 pairs, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lower per piece price for those items. And this website does a really good job of showing that to you. And, it's one of those things where if you're looking to invest in bulk items, kind of like if you go to Costco or Sam's Club or that sort of thing, they do a very good job of allowing you to kind of buy things in bulk and save that money yourself, versus Costco kind of giving you a little bit of a discount. Buy things in bulk gives you the big discounts as the higher that you go up from left to right, like you saw on that chart. It's kind of a cool idea. So check them out, buythingsinbulk.com. And yeah, thank you for sponsoring our show. All right, the next one is the product of the day. You've probably already seen this one before. Hadn't had time over the weekend to create a new one, so we're gonna recycle this one. So link in the description, it's the Uber Street Soccer Ball. Where is that video? Okay. That was weird. Anyway, so I'll have to fix that next time. All right, little technical difficulties. Still in week 2 of this, so that's my fault. So I had a little video there of me kicking that soccer ball around, but that street soccer ball is pretty neat. It's basically basically a basketball, but lighter, and it feels like you're playing with a regular soccer ball, but the material, the rubber outside material, doesn't break down when you're on a tennis court or a street. And you know, I grew up playing soccer all my life, and that material on the outside is very weak for regular soccer balls, and I would just chew those things up playing out on the court. So, cool little idea if you're a soccer player and you're playing out in the city or something like that. It's kind of a cool little thing. You can even use it as a basketball. It's just a little bit lighter. But anyway, yeah. I normally what I would do at this point is play a game against a subscriber. But what we did today was show you the English chess opening. We talked about what your why is. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? What can you do to improve 1% each and every day? All that Monday motivation. We're gonna try and give you that kind of stuff on Monday mornings, because I know it's tough after the weekend, getting back into the swing of things. So join us here, drink some coffee, play some chess, and get ready for the week. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Have a great week.